Okay, we're going to make our spiles. So I'm going to start off with the 1/2 inch. We want to go into the tree about 1.5 to 2 inches. That is about that far. So we're probably going to make these about, I'd say about 5 inches or so. Let's go on that side. 5 inches will probably be long enough. So I'm going to bring this down here so you can see. My ruler. I'm going to measure it about 5 inches. I'm going to take my handy marker. Let's go 5.5. We'll make it a little longer. I'm going to mark it. And then you can take a hacksaw or a saw. Actually, I'm going to use a smaller saw and see if it'll work. Start off by pulling back. And there's your spile. And we'll drill a hole in the tree and stick it in. All it is a tube. You know, there's a tube that's there. All right, let's go. Let's do that with each of them. So now we're going to go use our 3/8. I'm going to go 5.5 inches roughly. Got my finger. Make my mark. Now, when cutting these, make sure you have parent support. I don't want anybody going to the emergency room, especially now during COVID. They're too busy right now to deal with your lost finger. So make sure you're using your tools safely. Do not use a knife. Use a saw. If you have a knife, I can just see it slipping and slicing your hand. Just asked Mitch Seavey about using a knife. He was cutting a straw bale and he had a folding knife and it came back and folded on his fingers and he had to leave the race. So safety first. I know safety third is my motto, but let's make sure we're thinking safety while we're doing these, because the hospital is busy right now and they're getting ready for patients who might get COVID, and it'd be good if you do not go to the emergency room for a cut finger. So make sure your parents are around to help you out. I think these saws are pretty good. You're not going to cut off your finger with one of these. But I would stay away from knives. Scissors might work on some of the P-Techs, but use tools safely the way you're supposed to use them. And I think I have one more here. I'll measure my 5.5 inches. Pretty good. Make my mark. And I'm going to cut away. Okay, so we have our spiles. I dropped mine on the floor. So we have our 4 different sizes. I'll put them from biggest to smallest. We've got our 1/2 inch. We've got our 3/8. We have our 1/4 inch. And we have our 1/8 inch. So we're going to match the drills. You can see on my hand drill that is going to match the big half incher. Then I've got smaller drill bits to put it in the drill, and then we'll drill holes in the tree and we tap these into the tree, and the sap will come out of the hole there. We've got to figure out a way to put a container. We'll probably put a water bottle on it and tie it to the tree. I've also seen what we did when I was a kid is we would cut notches on here and we'd have a pail, and the pail would hang off that notch, so it'd just sit there and collect. I'm going to use a water bottle and string. I think it's the easiest for now. Our next video, we'll go outside and we'll drill the holes in the trees, and then we'll start collecting some sap hopefully tomorrow.